Previously on the Novympia channel.
Has anyone ever done like a crazy EDM remix of this? You keep your eyes front and your smiles for your mother.
And coming up... I find you very rude. The Novympia channel is made possible by our gorgeous patrons who get access to the most unappealing crap you'll find anywhere on the whole internet.
Cue the snafu! Are you ready for a little chat and a song about the internet? It's a story about a social door you've never seen before. Everybody loves it. What is...
This is like a
God.
Jazz
Everybody
acoustic
wants you.
rendition.
Everybody loves you so.
Facebook.
Cyber sex again. I
Okay,
just
stop it.
want a word with whoever the fucking hell decided that was a good... We're not doing this.
There's not going to be a
reaction video.
you stupid slut.
Welcome to another Eurovision reaction video starring your girls.
My name is Nova.
And I'm Olympia.
And
Today...
together we are Novympia. You never explained this correctly to the new people coming to our channel. We are a drag duo who do all kinds of crap on the internet, but this year we are really focusing on Eurovision season real hard. So if you enjoyed that, please subscribe.
Yes, and today we are reacting to San Marino's entry for Eurovision 2024. San Marino as a Eurovision country is quite interesting and quite unique.
Yes.
Given that it is a microstate. There are a couple of other microstates who have competed in the past, Nova. Pop quiz, who are they? Nova!
Charlotte.
Well, Monaco did, and they won, I think, a bunch of times. And Andorra did once as well. I believe Monaco have said, though, that they don't have any intention on returning because they don't think anymore it's feasible for a microstate to win. So it's interesting to consider San Marino.
disagree with that.
I would disagree with it as well. It's not impossible. I think it's certainly more difficult. Their national final, they haven't always had a national final, but they essentially allow artists from anywhere to apply, and they do a kind of X Factor style process.
It's a little bit different every year, their selection process.
There's hundreds though. There's so many rounds and there's so many auditions, and I think before we talk about the winner, who was Megara, they also did something super controversial in that they had a round of, or a sort of batch of songs that were AI inspired.
Well, come on, Teletubby! Teleport us to Mars!
It began life as purely AI-generated songs. So it was AI-generated melodies and production paired with AI-generated lyrics and, I believe, vocals. They were obviously hot garbage.
What did you expect?
And so a team of producers and lyricists took the best ones and worked on them to make them somewhat palatable. And then, was there an internal selection? Was it a voting process?
I can't even remember. I think it was basically decided on based on which one had the best kind of engagement on social media. The best
I think that was
comments and
correct,
stuff.
actually, yes.
I made sure to comment on Dana Gillespie, The Last Polar Bear, because what is going on in our world?
I'm the lost polar bear.
Legitimately, I'm not going to talk about this for very long, but I think legitimately The Last Polar Bear had something really special about it and would have stood out an absolute country mile and would have been really interesting to see that actually go to Eurovision. I actually really liked that song. I thought it was so sweet.
I think this song was pretty disgusting. I think you cannot do a song about the environment being destroyed when it was created by one of the leading factors of why our planet is dying.
How dare you?
So I think for that reason, I'm really glad I didn't select it. And I think it was pretty repulsive that they even did a song like that.
It was grotesque. I wonder how much of that Dana Gillespie was even aware of. But anyway,
That aside,
they've gone with Megara, who is a Spanish artist. Is that her name or the band's name?
that's the band's name.
The band's name.
I think so.
Who were in Benidorm Fest last year with a pretty hot entry.
Which is really fun because then we've also got Nebulosa this year for Spain, who previously tried for San Marino.
They've
so they
done
just
a
switched
switcheroo.
artists, which I really enjoy.
Now, we liked Megara's song last year, and seeing the name appear in the list of Samari's artists was exciting. It was intriguing. You can never really tell, I think, who's going to win. In terms of Eurovision, there isn't much of a San Mari's kind of identity because obviously they're artists. You never know what it's going to be. So we listened to this when we were quite drunk.
Yeah, I remember their act for Benidorm. I really liked the song, but I thought the visuals really let them down. I thought the styling was pretty awful. And that's all I remember thinking of that, but I really liked the song. So
this is their song for San Marino, which is called 1111.
yes.
Let's watch it. Let's give it a go. So in terms of the styling, it's basically the same.
Never
as
really. No,
last
it's
year.
very different to last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very different. It's the same colours, but I think these are like trademark colours, the pink and black.
The colours for sure, but in my head it was a similar vibe.
Totally different.
I have to look up and see what it was.
They are doing so much with this staging available to them already. They've got thoughtful graphics. I love the choreo. I love the styling.
It's a package already. Like there's a vision in my. Now spoiler alert, really like this song. I think it's so good.
The chorus definitely has a what you're waiting for vibe to it, which I don't mind.
So last year she went more kind of like
Cybergoth.
Yeah, it's still very kind of like club kid vibes.
Yeah.
She sounds good.
She does sound good.
Obviously, yeah, the sound mixing here is not incredible. There are some higher notes though where I'm not sure whether or not it is impeccable. But see, stuff like this, with this kind of camera work, it's not being sold to the extent that it can be and will be in Malmö.
There's so many super wide shots here, which is like so unnecessary.
It kills it. It just kills it dead.
But that's not Megara's fault, I don't think.
It's also really bizarre to see these kinds of national finals where people are just sitting in chairs. There's no audience kind of reaction.
I love this reveal. The dancers look great here.
I like the idea of this. I think the skeleton bodysuits is something we don't need for Malmö. It just reads as like you've got them off Amazon, which they could have done. They could have
stone them, and then it will be fine.
Just stone them. Do something to them.
And then that will.
This part of the song is great. I love this kind of like
almost like flamenco vibes.
Yeah, this is real Spanish coming in here.
She's taking her coat off. She means business.
I feel like this kind of sound is what Ailsha was going for with Go Taban in terms of it being like ethnic. But this just feels like it's produced better than that was.
Yes, I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
I think this is a bit more classic rock than Ailsha, though.
Yes, that's true. Yes. I just love her. She gives me Lita vibes. If you've ever seen WWE, there's something about her that reminds me of Lita.
Yeah.
I just think she's so cool. I think she looks a bit like her.
She's having such a good time as well. She's confident. She's enjoying this performance.
I'm desperate to see this with some more dynamic camera work because, it's so cool. It's just, I'm sorry, but this is great.
I really hate as well how they put in the national final graphics like before the songs even finished fading out. They did that with all the artists.
We can give San Marino a free pass because there's like 12 people that live there.
I really enjoy this. I think it's quite funny how like their entire branding just revolves around the colour of her hair. Just like the split black and pink. And that follows in from last year. However, last year I just thought the costume looked a bit cheap. There's like robot dress situation.
Well, that can easily go so shit at Eric Norwich, by the way.
This, I think, is much better.
I love this. I think this is so good. And I have got such a soft spot for San Marino. I always think it's so wonderful to rally around San Marino because they have just limited resources. And when Leslie Roy was knocked out in 2021, I went full ham for Senit Adrenalina. We still play that song to this day.
We do.
We've seen Senit live, and she is such a like Eurovision rock star to me. She's just this breath of like fun and excitement. So getting behind San Marino I think is so exciting, and I really want this to qualify. I think it has every opportunity to.
Yeah.
Which is exciting because San Marino have qualified way less than they have not. So
I enjoy that we're getting a number of rock-influenced entries this year. We now have San Marino, we have Ireland, we have Norway.
Yeah.
All very different.
Is...
Croatia a bit, yeah, all very different, but I like that we're getting more diverse genres this year.
I mean, not to mention a bunch of countries who we haven't had selections from yet.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, this might be a bit of a Kari effect in that we're not having much in the way of ballads this time. So, I mean, people that were saying France has got no chance, I think that's come full circle and now absolutely does, because there's nothing remotely in that arena, is there?
Apart from Dons.
Don't do this. So I've got San Marino 6th in my top 10, just after Italy. And I'm so excited about that, I can't tell you.
I have San Marino 8th, just above Denmark.
I love that, especially after last year's entry for San Marino was so creepy.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't want to. I can sniff you like an animal.
I did not like that.
Smell you like an animal. I
Did
don't want to.
like
Don't
that.
do this. Don't do all that. What do you think about San Marino's entry? I find it utterly thrilling. It's never going to be a skip for me. I think that song is so great.
I do think I preferred their song last year,
Oh, no.
but I prefer this package overall.
Okay. We'll get in the
So,
comments.
yeah.
Get in the comments and let us know. We also have a Patreon if you'd like to go over there and join our Discord where we have a dedicated Eurovision channel, Nova. Don't we? Yeah, that's correct. I got that right. Where we're going to be chatting away throughout the remaining national finals and semis, etc., etc. The address for that, Nova, will be arriving on screen just now.
Adrenaline, just one touch and I'll ignite.
What you gonna do with all that ash?
I like that you could only sing that because you don't know how that one goes, apart from just going da-na-na-na-na.
Oh yeah.
You don't know the words, is what I'm
No,
saying. Do you
yeah.
speak Spanish?
No entiendo.
Okay, great one. Oh, we also have a Twitch. Join us for game night. We're just playing games, aren't we? Having fun.
Yeah.
Hanging out all night long. For 2 hours only, just for 2 hours. No more than that. Not all night long at all.
Too old.
Too old for all this. We're going to go now, I think.
Yes, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
Oh, and goodbye in Spanish.
Adios. And a freaky to our newest patrons, Sofiane Benjabor and Uki Daniel.
Well, it's in Italy, so you would assume. Is there a San Marino language? I need to get on the phone.
San Marinese.
San Marinese. I need to get on the phone.
Join the Patron, we'll do a shot of Patron.